Rebel Without a Cause, one of the greatest films ever made. This film still is talking to the teen culture of the 21st century, 65 years after the film was released, 65 years after James Dean passed away. Coming up at the end of this September 2020, this month marks 65 years since James Dean passed away. This whole year marks 65 years since he actually hit it big with his two hit films, East of Eden and Rebel Without a Cause. And then of the following year after his death, his final movie, Giant, came out. So what exactly is Rebel Without a Cause about? Well, it's about this boy, played by James Dean, and he gets involved with the wrong crowd. And after he gets involved with that wrong crowd, a series of unfortunate events, don't mean to quote the book series of the same name, but it's true, a series of unfortunate events explode right into his face. And now he has to finish what he started. And that's your movie. This film shows us exactly what consequences happen when you do get involved with the wrong crowd. And it's also a good anti-bullying message. And it stars a lot of faces that I recognize, like Natalie Wood and Get Smart actor Ed Platt, the chief of Control. He also played the police chief in this movie, believe it or not. So how do you like that? He played two chiefs of law enforcement. And Dennis Hopper is also in this one. Dennis Hopper is mostly silent in this movie. Dennis Hopper just had that skill. All he had to be was silent, and you would just be terrified out of your mind. In an interview, Roger Ebert was asked, "What is a good movie according to you?" And Roger Ebert's response was, "I feel it." Now, if you're a real film goer, you know what Roger Ebert's talking about. When you feel the movie, that tells you it's a great one. When you don't, well, you either didn't like it or you kind of liked it. Rebel Without a Cause gave me chills. The good chills. Like, that's what Roger Ebert meant when he said, "I feel it." Rebel Without a Cause, I could feel the tension, I could feel the realism, and I could feel the acting. It was that convincing to me. And 65 years later, it still talks to the teen culture of the 21st century. Need I remind you, when I was 15, I saw Rebel Without a Cause for the first time, and first time I saw it, it made me feel good about myself as a teenager, because everything that James Dean's character was going through, the loneliness, the confusion, and the feeling of not being understood, that's exactly what I was feeling when I was 15, 16, 17 years old. That's what a lot of teenagers, even to this day, feel. You know, a lot of teenagers go through a stage where they say, "My parents just don't understand me. Oh, they don't like me anymore." Well, it's all their imagination, really. The only reason parents are not understanding you is because when we were teenagers, and when I say us, I mean me and a bunch of my friends that went to school with me, we didn't really give them a chance to understand. We kind of shut them out. James Dean kind of tells us not to shut your parents out of your life, because things get better later on when you're older and you understand things a lot better. Okay, I can see time's running short, so I better rate this now. 10 out of 10 film cameras, no questions asked. Well acted. Everything was well written, mainly. This was the movie that started all the teen films that we see to this day. From James Dean to 8th grade to Booksmart. Look how far we've come with coming of age high school teen films. And you know what? If it wasn't for James Dean, there probably wouldn't be a Breakfast Club. And if it wasn't for the Breakfast Club, there wouldn't be an 8th grader Lady Bird film.